right, we're live, Jorge.
We are? Okay. Finally.
How's it going, Jorge?
It's good.
Any news recently?
Not really. Just waiting for things to happen, I guess.
Waiting for what?
Right now I told in the last podcast I mentioned that I was using emails to send automatically to other businesses and stuff. I've set up another email, so I'm sending two from two emails, and I'm doing about 40 per day right now. But when I get my other email warmed up, it's gonna be about 80. So I'm gonna be sending 80 emails per day to like businesses in the San Diego, California, the state of California. I'm gonna be sending a bunch of emails, 80 emails daily.
And why are you doing two different emails?
Because I think volume is the best. I mean, it's better than 40. Definitely better than 40. Volume
Yeah, but
is
what's the
the
point
most-
in just doing 1 and 80 instead of 2 and 40?
Because if you do 80 for one, it's more like spammy and like 80 emails daily. I don't think anybody can do that. So I think 40 is good. Like,
Well, I mean, you're doing 40 on each. I mean, isn't it the same thing anyways? Both times is going to be 80 total.
well, there's a thing called like sender reputation. So you want to like divide the volume.
Okay.
So like it doesn't get like a bad reputation, because if your reputation is bad, then your emails go into the spam folder.
Oh, by like Gmail itself.
Yeah, Gmail like flags it because they see that you're sending like so much and your reputation is low.
Okay. So you're still sending amount like the same amount of emails that you can. However, you're just splitting it into different emails, but they're doing the same purpose, reaching the same
Yes.
audience, just divided into different parts. Oh, okay.
To save the reputation, the health of it.
That makes sense. And what's the content of your emails?
So like what I wrote in it?
Yeah.
So it's about, the subject line is just like improve your brand, and then it has like the first name. Like it has like the software I use, it has it so like you can put like the a syntax or spintax, whatever it is, like spintax first name. Like it grabs the first name of what that person is. Like for example, if their name is like Jared Williams, it's gonna say hello Jared, or like, you know, it's gonna say improve your brand Jared, or like improve your brand Sean, or whatever. It depends on like the person's name. And then after that it says like hello, and my email is like, I think it's like around 60 words, because you don't want to have your email like really long. Like emails should be like 60 to like 80 words. As far as I've seen, like the stuff I've seen on the internet, like if you're above 80 words, then that they're not going to read it. I mean, would you read an email that's more than like 100 words, like selling their product?
Well, I mean, what does like 60 to 80 words look like? Like if you were to receive that email through your phone, for example, do you know like how long it looks like, how many lines it takes?
It's like 4 lines.
Like 4 lines? Oh yeah, I mean that's short.
It's readable, really readable.
I mean, personally though, I would read no matter how long the email is, pretty much. I mean, unless it's extremely long, of course.
Well,
But yeah, I mean that makes sense, definitely. But where do you get like the data of like their names?
I have someone scrape it for me. I hired someone to scrape it for me for the first time, and then the next time I paid someone like $40 to scrape the leads for me on Apollo, which is like a database full of like leads and stuff, like where you get those.
Oh, and is that
get
where
the
you find your
lists.
clients as well?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to find my clients. Yeah.
So there's just a data list of people who are like looking for people to hire.
Or no, like it basically looks at like my niche. So my niche is like coaches, right? So it looks at like the coaches, the hundreds of coaches in California. It gets their emails. It doesn't necessarily have to be like looking for my services, but it's just grabbing their emails, like any email
grabbing their emails
that's
and
in their
grabbing their
niche.
names as well.
Yeah.
So that you could use it in the intro of the email.
It grabs. I'm pretty sure it grabs their first, last name, their company name, their email, and their number, I think, and then their LinkedIn, whatever.
It's just from anywhere.
What do you mean anywhere?
Like where is it grabbing it from? Like just from like scraping the web.
I'm actually not sure. I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I have a better way of finding leads for like $5. So I think saving money. I'm gonna save a lot of money now, I think.
And what is that method?
So I use this. Yeah, it's probably better. I use this website. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
But like, it's they scrape Apollo leads for like really cheap, and I've tested it with like the $40 leads I bought and like the one I bought from that website, and it's like really similar. So I'm gonna start getting from that now. It's really cheap, save money.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, save some money on that.
Oh man, I've been spending a lot of money, man.
Where are you getting your money from?
FAFSA, and I also had client money, and I just redirected that
money.
towards like getting more clients. So yeah.
I see.
Yeah, FAFSA money.
I mean that's what Mr. Beast, right, does. Like all the money he does gain from his YouTube, supposedly at least, he puts it all back into YouTube so he could create as high quality as possible, you know.
That's good.
And I don't know, honestly, I mean, I haven't made any money off this so far, so I can't really do that.
Probably will.
But maybe. But yeah, trying to put money into this without making money first beforehand is like really difficult. You know, like even the camera, like I'm just using my phone, right? I'm not gonna buy another camera, and you know, all these mics and everything are already set up, and so I'm already chilling in terms of equipment. However, I do want to like upgrade my camera, or maybe just have multiple cameras, right? However, yeah, that's a lot of money that I'm not too willing to waste right now, at least on the podcast. I mean, but in the future, it might not be a waste, you know?
Not be a waste. Shout out to Mr. Beast, by the way.
Shout out to Mr. Beast.
Maybe he'll shout us out too.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe we could get him on the podcast.
That's true. Maybe. I would love to see that. Maybe try to contact this team. You never know. Never know until you try.
And so, how has the results of your emails have been so far?
So, as of this morning, I checked, and I've sent out like about 380 emails already in like the past week, and I've had like a reply rate of 1.4 or 1.6, which is like the average.
Oh wow!
Like 1% to 2% is like the average reply rate for like cold emails and stuff.
That sounds pretty good.
I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, compared to my CTR, my click-through rate on YouTube, it is crazy because some of my videos, they get impressions of like more than 1,000 people, but it's only like a 4% click-through rate.
Damn.
And so that's why I really think maybe right now I really need to focus on making good thumbnails, because there's thousands of people that YouTube is recommending my videos to. However, only like 40 of them are coming through.
Damn, that's crazy.
Because I guess my thumbnail is just not appealing enough. And so I think that's what I'm focusing on right now, the thumbnail. Okay. But even, I don't know, it's like so upsetting like looking at the statistics, because my retention rate is also like super low. It's like, I don't even know, like maybe like 10% or something.
Well, I mean, I think that's okay for a podcast, because a podcast is long form. And I mean, everybody's retention rate is pretty low, except Mr. Beast, because he edits his videos. So I think for a podcast, the retention rate is fine. Like low retention rate is fine because it's long form.
That's true. And also I was thinking too, I feel like at the beginning, maybe like YouTube is kind of like searching through like a lot of people, and like maybe right now it's just hitting a lot of the wrong people, but like eventually there's gonna be the people who actually like podcasts that is reaching out to, and that number will slowly grow. I mean, at least that's what I'm hoping for, right?
Like finding your audience.
Yeah, kind of like
finding
that.
Your audience.
It's just slowly growing, because I mean, right now it's just reaching out to like anybody, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, the more that number goes up, then that would be great. Hey, and you know, I don't know if I told you about this, but you know, I have in my oral communications class, we have to give a presentation, And so the next one is a persuasion speech. And so what I'm gonna do for that, I'm talking about like why you should watch podcasts. And at the end of the speech, I'm gonna be like, okay, everybody take out your phones, scan this QR code, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
That's perfect. That's a perfect. Gotta
I know,
plug it.
and and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Wednesday before break. And so guess what? Everybody got free time.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Perfect timing.
So when do you post? Like on what days do you know what days you like posting on?
I don't I don't really consider a specific day of the week like special. I just post whenever I finish the video basically. Okay. And I don't know, these days I've been kind of lazy in working on the videos, but I feel like especially once I get to Declan's and Jill's video, which is the last podcast, by the way. Make sure you guys watch that if you haven't. Yeah, I'll try really focus on the thumbnail this video as well. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully CTR goes up.
What are you gonna use to edit the thumbnail?
Probably just Photoshop. I mean, I've been using GIMP for a while now. However, I feel like there are some limitations to it, and there's just a lot of like good tutorials on YouTube on Photoshop, and so yeah, and I've been watching those, and so I'm just gonna make the switch to Photoshop. I mean, I already have it. Might as well. Might as well use it.
It's gonna be a sad day when that Photoshop and the licenses run
out. I mean, we got like 2 years, more than 2 years. Still.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it was 3 years since, or was it 3 years since the start of senior year?
I'm not sure. What if they give us the subscription like in freshman year? And then it says like 3 years.
No, because then it would be over junior year. So it would have to at least be at the start of senior year.
Senior, so
at least the start.
When was
so then
the start?
that means we have at least 2 years from the start of college. And so if that's the case, I still have at least a year more.
Like 2025, 2026.
Yeah, like I mean that's chilling. I mean it's like you know, I could use a year of it, and then I have to pay, whatever it is.
And even then, you can there's a student.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a student.
Yeah, now we got student discounts. Do you use that for anything?
And then the FAFSA money to cover that as well.
Do you use that for anything? The student discounts?
I actually haven't used any student discount yet, but I probably should. Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, the real discount is not buying it in the first place.
That's true.
If you don't need it, then
I don't know why people buy so much like stupid stuff like they buy like Hello Kitty or something that's so stupid.
Or special case in our friend group.
Or like Funko Pops. Have you heard, you know Funko Pops, right? Like
the statues, the little statues,
the little boxes, and they don't even open it. I don't really get that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get buying anything. Even like clothes, like I probably should be buying clothes to improve my style, but I don't ever buy clothes.
Clothes, literally, just I've been wearing this. I got like from my dad. He gave me it because it didn't fit him. So and then I don't even remember the last time I got a new shirt. Clothes don't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, this black shirt, I swear I've been wearing this for like at least three podcasts. I was meaning to wear my jacket so I could like change up the style a little bit, but I forgot to put it on, and so we're just doing the classic black shirt.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I mean, yeah, I got like 4 of these, so it's like I wear this like almost every other day, especially when I go bowling too. I would much rather wear a black shirt instead of a white shirt for obvious reasons.
So, say you were a billionaire, would you wear that same black shirt?
Well, I mean, this black shirt is really nice. Like, I wear this because, I mean, I'll just state it. If I wear a white shirt, there's gonna be sweat stains. Mm-hmm. If I wear a black shirt, there aren't no sweat stains. And so, yeah, when I'm doing any activity that make me sweat, then I would want a black shirt. And I mean, this is pretty much it. Like, there's no need to decorate it. But for other uses, I mean, I do kind of want to get into like fashion and style.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that one is expensive, and also not every day I am like able to wear such an outfit, right? Like most of the days I'm bowling, which makes me sweat a lot, and so that's why I wear this. But like the days I'm not bowling, then I could like then I wear like more better outfits, I guess. But even then, I don't expand my current wardrobe. But when I go to Korea, maybe I might change up my whole wardrobe.
You're gonna buy some clothes there, definitely.
I mean, definitely. I mean, that's a big discount from American dollars.
What food did they have in Korea, in South Korea?
They got a lot of food, man. Got like, kimchi, got all the Korean barbecue.
Have you tried
got
kimchi?
Lots of soups, got tofu. I tried kimchi, yes. I remember eating kimchi with just ramen, like by itself, and it was actually really good.
What does kimchi taste like?
It's just like it's kind of yeah, it's just like you're eating like lettuce or whatever. It's like a little bit watery, just like how lettuce is, but it's like spicy.
That's it. Spicy lettuce.
It's something like that, and like there is like some taste to it as well. Well, I mean, haven't you tasted it? You didn't taste it when we went to K-barbecue?
I think I have, but I just didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think I like kimchi. Well, I don't know. I gotta try it next time. Next Wednesday.
For me, I have to eat it with like something else because it's kind of like the wateriness of the kimchi is kind of like weird to like just have it by itself. But when it's with something else, it's actually not that bad. Plus the spice, at least the ones I've eaten aren't that bad as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I ate it by itself, so that's probably why.
Yeah. What have you been eating lately?
Oh man, I ate yesterday. What did I eat? I mean, I ate a steak, asparagus, and mashed potatoes, but that was just one day. Usually, I don't really eat that. I don't really eat well. Like the food I eat is not very healthy. I usually eat like microwave dinners sometimes, or once in a while I'll cook for myself, which is probably the best. And my mom makes food sometimes, like pasta and stuff. So yeah, those are the like
mic check,
things.
by the way, mic check.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you could either move closer or you could move as well if you want.
Is this good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, pasta from your mom.
Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti? Like your mom's spaghetti?
Like she makes. I don't like spaghetti.
Oh really?
I don't like this spaghetti she makes. I don't like. It's like she uses like the brand sauce, like the brand spaghetti sauce, instead of making her own. That's probably why. Does your mom make it like that, or does she make it like her own sauce?
I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I think she uses her own sauce. Maybe.
Probably that's why. Yeah, I don't like the spaghetti that she makes, but I like everything else. She makes a lot of good food. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to
I'll probably send it.
Where's mom?
Yeah.
Did you hear my stomach rumble just now?
I think I heard it earlier.
It was like 5 seconds ago. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it came through the mic, but
next time put it down to your stomach.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. I don't know what I should eat.
I am hungry. We should go eat something.
Want to eat after? All right, bet. After a good bowling session. All right.
If there's bowling, but it's fine. But yeah.
Other than the email thing, is that like your main focus these days, doing the emails?
Yeah. The thing is, it's automated, so I literally don't have anything to do. Like I'm just
because you already wrote the email and then you're just sending it to new people every time.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just bored. That's why I join the calls a lot.
How about when people respond?
When people respond, well, I don't know, because all of the response I've had has been like no. So or like
so you do have like a 2% response rate, but they've just been no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Well, it's because they either don't need it or they don't even have content, because the person I bought leads from is not good. It was a waste of money, but I know now. Lesson learned.
There you go. Learn your
Bad
lessons,
leads.
baby.
Waste of $20 was well spent, I guess, if you look at it like that. But yeah, mic check.
Mic check.
I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Anyway, whatever.
You've been dreaming lately?
Dreaming? I don't even know my dreams.
Really?
No, I don't.
You just don't remember them? Like when you wake up, you just don't have any dreams lately?
I probably did have a dream today, but I just forget it like 10 minutes later.
Or like, do you at least remember having a dream when you woke up?
Yes.
Oh, but you just don't really care about it, so you just pass it by.
Yeah, I don't really care
For
about
me,
dreams.
like when I wake up, I actually oh dude, like I just dreamed about this. Like this is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of like there's sometimes when I just like want to tell my friends about it, but I probably don't even end up doing that. But yeah, I do think about like my dreams a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and because they're always like related to real life, like the past like few days.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, yeah, my dreams lately have been like that, where they weren't just like random things, right? Oh, oh, I remember, dude. I had this one. It was like honestly, I think I'd classify this as a nightmare because of the way I felt while I was dreaming it. But basically, there was like this math test, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a classroom, right? And we were doing the math test, and we had like maybe an hour to do it in total. But I remember, like, just either when it started or midway through the exam, I was just doing something else, like on my computer or something, and they somehow just let me do that, just like not do the test for some reason. And so I was just doing that, and then I had like 20 minutes left, and then I like realized I had like almost no time left, and then I was like rushing to do it, and then yeah, it was just it was just that feeling that like, oh dude, I can't freaking complete this exam, and like I might fail because I'm gonna fail this exam. And so it was just like that like stress, that feeling, that anxiety that you have instantly, where like if I don't finish this right now as fast as I can, which I don't think I can, then I'm gonna fail this class.
Was it a dream, or was it actually?
Well, I mean, I'd classify it as a nightmare because the way I felt.
Oh.
Because I mean, I feel like dreams versus nightmares, you actually like feel fear while you're dreaming it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
like I felt that like fear and anxiety.
So
Even though I wasn't like getting killed or anything, but it was still about, my grades,
So how does that connect to like real life? How you're feeling in real life? Your situations in real
Well,
life?
I mean, yeah, because I am doing pretty bad in math, and I have to lock in. If I don't lock in, I mean, even I don't know. I mean, like if I fail, that would be horrible. But I mean, I really don't think I'm gonna fail, but I still don't even want to see or anything.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Is it for CS?
Well, no, CS as well. Math, and CS. I don't know how, but I just got a bad score on the CS exam, and there's not that many exams for me to catch up on
Oh shoot.
for a CS, and so I really have to just make sure. And dude, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. But the other day, right? I think yeah, the day before yesterday, there's this thing where if you turn in the CS assignment early, then you get extra credit. But dude, I was just too tired that day. Or I mean, that's my excuse, right? I'll talk about this later. But yeah, I was too tired, and I just slept at like 10 when I easily could have done it before 12. And then the next day I did it,
Bruh.
and it's due on like Sunday too.
Damn, you can miss
And
out on
so
extra
it was the extra credit was due on Wednesday. The actual date is on Sunday, and I did it on Thursday because I was too lazy to do it. I mean, because I was too tired, and I just slept on Wednesday.
Damn.
And so I just missed the freaking extra credit for no reason, just because I'm freaking stupid. No, but yeah, so the thing I was gonna talk about is that something I think is kind of interesting is that recently I've been realizing that tiredness a lot of the times is not a physical attribute. Like it's not a physical state. I mean, it's hard to individualize physical from mental, right? A lot of things are physiological, right?
Mhm.
Both things could affect each other. But like I think the major mistake that I've been like the major excuse that I've been using for tiredness is that, oh, I just see it as a physical thing. Like I'm simply tired, and so I can't do this because I'm just tired, right? I just either I haven't eaten enough food, or I haven't gotten enough sleep, or whatever. But either way, I'm just tired and I can't do anything about it. But the thing is, I really think that's not true. I think it's much more of a feeling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Can you
I
relate
know
to
what you're
that at
talking
all?
about. Like you're not like you can do anything, like you can work out, like you're not gonna like feel like debuffs or anything, but like your mind, like like your body feels just tired, like sleepy. Is that what you mean?
Well, because I mean, yeah, you could definitely be tired during activities as well. But I think that I find is that, look, because I mean, there's times, look, just consider like this example, right? I'm tired. It's 9 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, okay, I want to go to sleep. But then let's say I have I go like call my friend or something, right? Well, guess what? I'm not tired anymore. Well, then what happened? I thought I was physically tired. I thought I couldn't, continue working. But no, it's not that you're actually physically tired and you lack, some physical energy. It's just that the activity you were doing at that time made you feel tired, right?
I see.
And so yeah, and then well, yeah, of course, once I'm calling my friend, of course I'm not tired anymore. And then after I'm done with the call, I'm like, oh, okay, the heck? I used to be tired, now I'm not,
That's how
But it's like I've just done that millions and millions of times, and it's like now it's like I could just realize, okay, well, what if I just go into a task right now? Even if I feel tired right now, if I just start the task, then suddenly I'm not gonna feel tired anymore. At least most of the time. There's still some times where I do the task still and I'm still tired, and then I just have to grunt through it, or then I just move on. But yeah,
that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm playing. I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting there reading a book, and then I close it, go on a game, go on a video game, or join the call. Instantly, I feel like I'm just wide awake. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like it helps me stay up, I guess. Like until I have to sleep, so I don't nap.
Well, were you tired while you were doing like your work as well, or did you get tired after you finished doing the work, or as you were finishing it?
It depends on the activity. Like when I'm doing immersion, for example, I get really tired. But then when I'm doing my grammar, I don't get tired. I think like if it's more like mentally demanding, I don't focus on the tiredness. It's weird.
I mean, there's some elements of tiredness that you want to use to it. I've heard that when you're at a more drowsier state, it's actually kind of better to do immersion, because it's like how people when they're drunk, their English or whatever their targeted language actually like improves, because they're not thinking too hard about it and it's just coming out naturally, right? And so there's some times when depending on the task, depending on what that task needs, how much consciousness versus how much unconsciousness that task needs. And I think immersion is just naturally a more unconscious activity, right? And so yeah, naturally those things are actually you're actually gonna be more tired, but at the same time,
that makes sense.
You could also be more efficient as well, right? Because you're tired, then the words just come in easier, right? Because you're not thinking about other things, or you're not trying to fit them into rigid grammar structures. And so it kind of depends. But there's also, you're just tired because you're doing it inefficiently as well, and your body just knows that I'm kind of wasting time doing this, and so that's why I'm making you feel tired. And so, and yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like doing pure immersion, unless I'm doing pure listening practice to a podcast, that's different. But if I'm just watching a YouTube video and I'm just having subtitles on, right, just like, normal YouTube video watching immersion, then that's when I get tired still, because I know if I'm doing that, I might as well be searching up the words that I don't know and making them to flashcards. That would be a much more efficient use of my time, right? I either do the flashcard thing, or do pure listening. Like it has to be either the one of the two.
So you're sentence mining, or like doing immersion, like pure immersion. It's like really dense immersion.
Yeah, not only immersion, but immersion without subtitles specifically, because I want to train that listening skill.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, how is listening for you in Spanish?
It's pretty easy. If they talk fast, it's a little bit. I guess I watch some YouTubers that are like in different like they speak different types of Spanish, so it's a little difficult. Mic check 2 times already.
Yeah, make sure it's like facing towards you. Like yeah.
So yeah, it depends like on where they're from. Like if they're like from like not Mexico, then it's a little more difficult. to
Yeah,
understand
definitely,
because they
because they're
use different
different.
dialects and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. You know,
Really?
if if you're doing a Spanish immersion, I recommend watching Mr. Beast in Spanish. I don't know, is that good immersion? Is that quality
I mean,
immersion?
because the thing is, it is by, a Spanish person,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's a native voice, probably using native phrases as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, they're not really. Because the thing is with dubbing, it depends on what they're saying, right?
Mm.
If what they're saying is like a direct translation of the English version, well then it's not as efficient. But if it's using natural phrases that they would use in that language, then it would be pretty much the same, right? I mean, the only difference is that you wouldn't be having it would be a slightly different content, but the for Spanish itself, what you're getting is natural. And I think that's what Mr. Beast does. I did hear, I think when like he consulted with the people who are doing it with other languages, that like they're doing it on their own. They're doing their own twist to it.
Oh, really?
And so it's more natural phrases, I think, right? Yeah. And if that's the case, then of course it's not bad. Yeah.
Pretty sure they have it in Korean as well. Should give it a watch. Maybe.
Yeah, no. Sometimes it automatically like does it. Like I click on the Mr. Beast video on my on my like American YouTube channel, but since my YouTube language is in Korean, it would automatically transfer when I watch him. And so I'm like, well, dude, I click on Mr. Beast and I hear Korean. What the heck is up? So I have to like go into settings and switch them up. But
yeah, that's what happens when I'm in watching Spanish immersion. It like switches from English or from Spanish to English for some reason.
That's surprising though. Like that you say it's easy though, because I feel like for me, my listening skills is so behind than my like reading skills. Because like if I'm watching something with subtitles, I catch like pretty much everything. I don't miss like a single thing because it's right there. I can read it, right? Even if they're like speaking quite fast. But if it's if it's without subtitles, even though they're speaking slower, it's just like I just can't follow along. And it's also not only recognizing individual words, but being able to have like a whole sentence in your working memory plus the context around it, and being able to understand it as like a whole, because I feel like if I'm focusing too much on the individual words, then I lose track of the whole sentence and I still don't understand what they're saying. Or if I try to do the whole sentence, then I don't hear the individual words. And so it's like it's hard. Like even though I spend like hours and hours doing it, it's still like there's barely like any change to my listening level. So it's just something I really had to grind.
I think maybe it's because like Korean uses like different, I don't know, like Spanish is like different from Korean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Because like Spanish is like it just feels like English, like the DLC to English.
DLC.
That's how I see Spanish.
Oh,
sorry.
God damn.
Sorry. Sorry.
No. You see, I don't know why it does that. It really should not be doing that.
Okay, sorry.
No. It's not your fault, but because it did that last podcast as well with Jill and Declan. And it was specifically mic 2, so it might be a mic 2 problem. I might, but yeah. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, that's actually how I see Spanish. Like, it's like the DLC to English. It's kind of dumb, but yeah, I don't know.
That's how you see it.
It's like it just feels like English, but like with a twist.
I mean, definitely like, especially since you're consuming even like your English immersion. I mean, it's not really your immersion because it's just real life, but your English immersion and your Spanish immersion are, very similar, at least culturally, because here it's like half Mexicans, half Americans, exactly. And so I feel like that's why it's like also really similar as well, because of the place and location, right, and the mix of cultures.
Yeah, you're right. And like, yeah, it's like so similar. Like, it's actually crazy similar. There's like so many. It's like hundreds of words, like that are like so similar, so easy to learn.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, I can start moving on to another language in probably like a year.
So
Kind of want to learn
what's your
another
goal with
language.
Spanish right now? What are you looking to do with it?
I don't know actually. Like, I guess to speak with my family. That's probably one of the main things. What else? I mean, it'd be pretty cool to speak another language
Yeah.
and like brag about it too.
I mean, you already do speak Spanish.
Well, I don't speak it, but I can understand. Well, I can speak it, but like, it's pretty difficult.
But I mean, I think you already like feel that experience. Like you're kind of like living in another body or in another world, just in another language. You know, and it's like you're kind of like living life anew. You know, seeing it through a different lens.
I'm young. I'm so tired.
But yeah, I mean, I just find that fascinating. That's why I love like conversating in Korean, because it's like it's really every time it's like when I look back on it, it's kind of like an amazing experience. Like wow, I just had like a complete conversation, like not using English. It's like, and I've been using English my whole life. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's like literally a whole different world. And there's also content on YouTube that's really good, but it's in Korean, and the fact that I'm able to understand that content and relate it to all the English content that I consume is like amazing, because like nobody else like sees the two, like both of the Korean and English content that I see.
So where do you hold on, I need to take a breather. I'm tired. Holy crap. Where do you like find people to talk to?
Also, for language learning specifically, I use HelloTalk.
HelloTalk, is it free?
HelloTalk, yeah, it's free, and I completely recommend it. Even though it's free, there is a premium version. You don't really need the premium version.
Huh? How much is the premium version?
It's probably like $10 a month, but I wouldn't recommend getting it because there really isn't. You don't really get that much benefit from doing it, and so I've been using the free version the whole time, and it's been enough. And plus, you could even just talk with random English speaking people as well. Huh?
Talk to my mom.
Oh well, I mean on the app.
Oh.
Yeah. So like sometimes I just use it. I just like open like voice rooms, like public voice rooms, like just in English as well.
Oh, I just talk to people in English too?
Yeah, or in Korean. And it's like, so basically, like, of course, I'll use it for language learning, the app, but I've also used it a lot to kind of like to simulate this. I'm just simulating a podcast in like a virtual environment, or simulating talking to random people. And yeah, and then once you're really comfortable doing it in a virtual environment, then of course it gets a lot easier to do it in real life as well, right? You just have to, make those connections that are unique to real life, right? Because one thing I realize, right, when I'm calling people in Korean, my pronunciation could be pretty good, right? It's like pretty good. But then if I were to talk to someone in real life or do a video call, then it becomes a lot worse, because there's a lot more of those real life elements that now I have to focus on as well. And so it really like divides my attention, and so that's something I have to work on as well.
September,
yes sir.
You're gonna be doing immersion 24/7.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'm literally gonna be living in the dorms, and if I have Korean dorm mates, then
do they have strip clubs in Korea?
Strip clubs in Korea? I think those are illegal, probably. But, I mean, they would still have them, of course, but I think they're illegal though.
Would you go to one?
I don't know, maybe.
Like if nobody knew.
I mean, it's like, dude, because the thing is, I want to go to one in America as well, but it's not for any like sexual reason.
Just experience.
Really, like it really is. Like I don't know, like none of you guys in the disc, like Sean and Ryan or Josh or whatever, they always think I'm so weird.
Robert would go,
but I don't know. Like I'm really, like I'm saying that seriously. Like I'm really just there because it's like a unique experience.
You're never gonna get that anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's just a cool experience. So I want to try it out. Would you want to join now? Join me?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not gonna throw any money.
You're not gonna throw any money? You're gonna kicked out, nah?
No. Well, you have to throw money?
I don't know.
Got one way to find out.
Maybe that's just the culture. I don't know.
There's only one way to find out that.
I mean, it's not that much money.
How old do you have to be? 18 or?
Yeah. So I mean, I actually looked this up. There's this You know the one in Convoy, right?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that
Robert
one's
one.
18.
You just need to show your ID.
So I mean that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, thinking about actually going there is kind of crazy, but I mean it is like a fun experience. Because even if it is like morally bad or whatever, I mean you still don't know it unless you try it. You know, like you still
Mhm.
gotta try it. Like what's so bad about trying it? I mean, if anything, you're just seeing things, right? And so I mean it's not that bad. I don't think so. It's just a fun experience.
Gotta tag Robert along. Robert would love to go. Probably Marvin too. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. How did you feel when you saw that email? Like, how did you feel when you saw that email? Sorry, mic check.
That exception to Chungang University. That one.
Yeah, you got it. Like,
What the freak?
are we did we lose?
Huh?
I think we lost it.
What
Wait.
do you mean? Lost what?
Oh, never mind. Turn the light on. Scary. Oh, it's probably okay. I see that. It's like I guess it's the text motion. So it's like
okay.
we've just been sitting down the whole
What
time.
the heck?
I thought the power went out.
What the heck? That's crazy. A lot of first things are happening on the podcast. I thought the podcast was kind of like consistent, but like yesterday I got the mic issue. Today I got the mic issue as well, and then we got the lights turning off as well. Come on.
And we're gonna make it. You know. Have you heard of yawns being contagious?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're just contagious to yourself, bro. You just keep yawning.
Bruh,
Come on.
I'm gonna make the podcast yawn too. I keep yawning in the mic or in the podcast. But,
Other than emailing, what have you been doing recently?
nothing.
Really?
Just emailing.
What do you feel about that?
Kind of bored.
You know, you're not annoyed at yourself for not doing anything.
Well, the thing is, I already have the skill, and like I know people worse, like exceptionally worse than me, like at my skill, that are like getting clients. So, I think at this point I can start like emailing. Like I can just chill because, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Like, really, it's just reaching out. Like I don't. If I'm missing something, I probably don't know. I probably don't know if I'm missing something, but I do feel like I think I'm good. It's just a waiting game at this point.
So what you're saying, there's marketing and then there's like skill development, and since you don't feel a need for skill development, since you're already better than a lot of people, then you just feel like you only need to spend time on marketing.
Yeah, and sales too.
And even then, like your marketing is already like automatically covered for you by now, and so you're just playing the waiting game.
Yeah. I don't know. I ask a lot of people questions, like the people I meet on because I have like I'm in this Discord and stuff. I ask people questions. What else should I be doing? And yeah, I don't know.
What's their response?
Just send out emails, I guess. I haven't really like people say create content for your page, but I've already done that.
I mean, what do you feel? Because I feel like I don't think like right now I can't live like that. Where I spend every day like doing almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't. I don't think I could do that. Yeah. Like I have to like be doing something.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Until I joined started joining Discord more. I didn't feel like that. But yeah, when I wasn't on Discord or anything, when I was like completely off like the internet or like when I was like taking a break from everything, like I felt like that, like how you felt. Like I just couldn't imagine doing nothing. So I literally forced myself to do stuff, like even if I didn't need to. Like there were points where I would genuinely feel like really anxious if I didn't do anything for long periods of time. Like for a day, it's fine, but like if it's for 2 days, I start getting really anxious. Like if I don't do any work, and I pretty much force myself.
Really anxious is like stressful.
Yeah, like I don't know. I really still even to this day I still don't understand why. Like I feel that way. Like I only feel that way when I don't do any work, and I'm just like bored.
See, that's interesting because for me, if I don't do like anything for like a long time, like if I don't do any work and I'm like just doing really unproductive, I don't feel anxious. What I feel, I'm mad at myself. I'm like, dude, come on, you wasted all this damn time. Like how long are you gonna keep like doing this? but I never feel like anxious or stressed. The only time I actually feel stress is when there's like a deadline that I can't reach, or like I'm struggling to reach it on time. That's the only time I feel stress, or like that type of anxiety these days. Other than that, it's like, like if I waste a whole day freaking watching YouTube or whatever, just random videos, I'm like, dude, come on. Like, while you're doing it, it's unproductive. Right now that's unproductive. You knew that you did this probably yesterday as well. Why do you keep doing this? So I don't know. Yeah. For me, it's just like a frustration and annoyance. But yeah, I think I'm slowly like kind of getting over it by just not letting being tired being like an excuse for me, and at least starting the work before not doing it. And so I think that's important.
But like, as well as like, if to prevent that anxiety, all I have to do is like just do a little bit like of work, like an hour of like doing something. It doesn't have to be like editing, or like, it just has to be like something that I feel is productive. As long as I feel productive, I feel happy. Like, it's weird. I genuinely don't know what it is. I wish I knew, but
well, I mean, I think that is, at least, I mean, for me, like a lot of happiness just comes with being content with the way you're spending your time.
Fulfilled.
Yeah, I mean, like if you feel that you're, to a reasonable point, actually using your time well, then of course you would be content about that. Of course, that would satisfy you, and that's pretty much what happiness feels like. I think a lot of happiness is through content rather than through, high peaks of joy, right? And of course, that's happy too, but it's like a different happiness. I think a lot of the happiness that people are at least reaching for is contentment, but a lot of people aren't content with themselves because they're not putting in their all, or at least even close to it, and so I think you just have to, once you, I mean, of course it's more complicated, but in my current life, without many external problems, as long as I'm doing my things, maybe around 80%. I don't even have to be putting in my all for things, but at least as long as I'm spending like 80% of my time the way I want to, then it's fine. Yeah.
It's all about like being productive, not working long hours.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like since I'm automating things, it's like I feel productive even though I'm not doing anything. That's how I feel.
So right now you're chilling then?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm just relaxing, playing games and stuff. Okay. I probably shouldn't, but I feel like I'm pretty sure you feel this too. But like, I always feel like the need to be busy. Like if I play games, like in the back of my head, I feel like, why are you playing games, bro? You could be like working on emails, or like writing something, or editing a video. That's how I feel. But I know that, I don't know. That's how I feel. I'm pretty sure you feel like that. No?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier. That like, if I'm just wasting time, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Yeah.
So how do you like prevent that, like, or like comfort or whatever, or cope?
Well, I mean, I try a lot of things. Again, because there's a lot of ways it could start, right? Either, so one is like, say I'm not doing anything right now. Say I'm on the trolley, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm tired, and so I'm just gonna like listen to music on the trolley, right? But then I'm like, well, now I realize, okay, tired is just a feeling that I could easily overcome if I start doing something. And so for the past few days, actually, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do math on the trolley. And once I actually just told myself to start doing that, it wasn't an issue. I would just start doing it as I go on the trolley, if it's possible, right? I mean, sometimes I have to stand on the trolley, right? And then like I literally can't do anything other than immersion. That's like my only option. So then I resort to just doing immersion. But if I'm able to get a seat and preferably an empty seat next to me as well, then I would be doing math. And it's just, actually, when I actually do that, time flies so fast when I'm doing math. And so that's actually been turning out pretty good for me. So that's like the trolley problem done. And then also there's sometimes when I get home and then again I feel that tiredness, but again it's the same thing. I just tell myself to do something, at least start it. And then if I do start and I'm still tired, well then I sometimes if I have enough time in the day, I just take a nap. But then you see there's sometimes where I do take a nap and then when I wake up I'm still tired. And then yeah. But rarely those days has been happening to me where like I keep trying and I still am like tired no matter how much I do. But yeah, I mean recently I've just been just telling myself just to start it no matter how I feel. And usually most of the time once I at least start it, no matter how I felt before it, once I start doing it, it's already good.
That's how I feel too. Like, but you know how to fix that problem.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just specific problem. I mean, because I just look back on the times I was unproductive, the reason why, the excuses that I told myself on why I did this, and then I just analyze the patterns. I'm like, oh, okay, seems like every time I get home, or like another like pattern I recently realized too is like, especially when I eat something really sugary like ice cream or something, I usually get a drop in energy afterwards. And so even sometimes I've been like going to the habit to treat myself, right, get a shake, and but then I would realize that I get really tired afterwards, so I just stopped even doing that.
I'm crying.
Why are you crying?
I'm yelling so much. But
come on, why are you so tired? You're ruining the podcast.
I know, bro. I was like, bro, I couldn't sleep last night. But yeah, no, that's not that bad. Podcast was good. Podcast is good, I think.
Okay.
Right? I hope so. I think the beginning was good, but the thing is, like, I feel like being productive all the time, right? But I don't know what to be productive on because I feel like I'm good in the areas that I'm working on. Like but yeah, I don't really know. Like, I wish I knew.
I mean, do you like a lot of things?
What do you mean?
Because like for me personally, like I like bowling, I like guitar, I like drums, I like singing, I like rapping, I like freaking, I like learning Korean, I like learning Chinese, I like learning other languages too. I like doing YouTube, I like editing. Like I like almost every activity that I could just improve on. And so there's like a lot of things that I could choose on what do I want to improve on, right? And so for me, yeah, when I do have nothing to do, like I've already completed like the tasks that I usually do, there's still a lot of things that I still want to do. And so yeah, like do you feel that? Do you like a lot of things other than the things that you already do?
Yes.
So why don't you just pick one of those, start doing that as well?
So like editing or something, I guess. Like,
or yeah, I mean it could just be like for me, like I picked up bowling,
I guess you're right.
Just find something just to fill up the time that's like not completely soul draining.
Yeah, you're right. Like, just fill up your time with like some things. I mean, I'm doing Spanish, have schoolwork to do too as well. I can just do it like editing too. That's all. That's what I've been doing actually. Like that's what I did before. I could probably start doing it again to keep me sane.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like bowling has worked really well because not only is it like a little bit of exercise, but it's also like I know that I'm not, unless it's a day where I have to have the 18 hours I'm awake, I have to use every one of those hours.
18?
Well, like I'm saying, like this is a hypothetical case.
Oh.
Yeah, because I sleep 6 hours. But yeah, if there's a day where I have to use all 18 hours, which I did have like maybe 1 or 2 days in the past, but most of the time that's not gonna happen, right? And so I know that if I spend 1 or 2 hours bowling, it's not a waste of time because I'm not gonna use 100% of the day anyways, so I might as well just fill it up with something that's not only fun but something I could improve on and something that is a little bit of exercise, and so yeah, I just pick something just like that, and and if you have many interests, then you could just pick one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. So just dedicate like even in like an hour or two, like it doesn't have to be like productive or
you just
dedicate.
bowling,
Okay.
It's for fun. I mean,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
just like new hobby, you know, fill up your time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And because it's like when I'm doing bowling, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, I hate myself for wasting my time bowling. Like, no, I actually love bowling, and like I don't view it as a waste of time whatsoever, even though it's not productive per se, you know. But it's still fun. It's like, you know, a break too.
So playing games is playing games is one.
Well, I don't know. I mean, for me, like playing video, like when I play, I mean, yesterday it was almost torture playing ARAM League of
Oh my
Legends.
god.
I mean, I didn't even want to play ARAM in the first place. About like, you know, F it. I'm gonna stick through it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like while I'm playing, I'm just like, dude, why am I freaking playing this damn game? I'm playing
Yeah,
Yumi
bro.
on ARAM, bro. What is the point? I don't know. I mean, it was like fun in the moment as well, but it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, it's like not that great. It's not as great as bowling.
No, yeah, that's
I'd
true.
say.
Nothing is nothing. Playing games online is nothing to compare to hanging out in real life.
Yeah.
It would never trump that. But yeah, we were getting pwned last night. But yeah, were we? Yeah, we were. Well, I was.
Yeah, when I was on your team, we lost. Yeah.
Good times. Honestly, I only really play League of Legends to like get involved with the group. Like, I'm pretty sure that's everybody though. I think.
How about in are you still doing online classes, or are you going physically Southwest?
Online, baby.
Huh?
Online, always online.
Oh, always online, all the classes, really? Damn, so you really have like no opportunity to connect with like other people
Yeah.
physically then.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I go insane at home, at my house. Yeah, I really need a car. But yeah,
What happened?
I need a car.
You need a car?
I do need a car.
There's no near places around you?
Like, what do you mean?
There's like, is there nothing interesting around your house? Is there
Not really.
anything in walking distance?
Nope. No parks near me. There's
Okay.
like the nearest park is
just all
like 3 miles
suburbs?
away. Yep.
Damn.
And like fucking road. I hate where I live. The house is good, but everything else
so
is just,
if you want to do something, you always just have to get a ride.
yeah. Like you seen those memes where like industrial, like in the like industrial freeways replace freeways.
Oh yeah.
Like that's literally my where I live.
How about
Like,
buses? Are there not any bus tracks?
there
About
are,
bus routes?
but I'm pretty sure the closest one is like 20 minutes away.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of forced to take an Uber. Yeah, we're kind of stressful. I'm at home, like it's kind of sad. I'm at home a lot. I don't really have a choice. Well, I do have a choice, but
I mean, do you want to go outside more?
yeah, but like there's no parks near me. I've tried.
I mean,
looking.
honestly, I think what you're saying, like, of course, is valid, right? But at the same time, all excuses are valid.
Yeah,
But if you actually want to do the thing, then you just have to overcome your excuses. You know, you
Yeah.
just have to do it no matter what. You know, and then I mean, that's something I've done with like like I always wanted to talk to random strangers, for example, and then I just always had that desire day by day, and then like, okay, why don't I just actually do it? You know, and then the day I did it, now I don't even really want to do it anymore. Like now it's like, oh, okay, well, I already know I could do it, and I already know it's been pretty easy, and so it's like now I don't even desire that anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's really like, yeah, if it's possible, then I think you should go out and do it. If it is something that you continually want to do day by day, and the only reason why you're not doing it is because of your excuses, then I think at some point you just have to
You're right.
just, I don't know, just say like,
It's just-
okay, whatever. I'm gonna take that 20-minute walk to the bus stop. I'm gonna go to some random place, and I'm just gonna freaking, I don't know, do whatever, you know.
It's fucking hard, dude. It's like just to the traffic. I don't know. I'm just making excuses. Everything's an excuse. But yeah, you're right. I should probably take the bus before I run out of my free. You know, it's running out, right?
Huh?
The bus pass, whatever. The
Oh,
Pronto?
yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
running out. I got an email like it's gonna run out in July, I think, something like that.
See, I think the thing that you could actually argue for logically, rather than just being an excuse in your head, is that excuses you could just skip. What you should consider that is bad is the cost of the activity. And so, well, what is the cost of, going outside walking 20 minutes and, going outside, going to some place. Well, there is no cost except for the time that you allotted to do that, right? And if your issue is to try to fill up your time, well, then guess what? There is no cost to doing that activity. There's only excuses. And excuses you could ignore, costs you can't. But since there is no cost, then, And that's actually kind of like what convinced me to go out and talk to a random stranger. Like, yeah, I realized that I was making a bunch of excuses. And guess what? All of those excuses are valid. But guess what? What was the cost? There's no cost to going up to a random stranger and saying hi. There's no cost. And so when I realized that, and I realized I was making excuses every damn day, and every day I desired to do it, I was like, I just got to do it. And so
just get your ass up and get.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
That's pretty much the solution to everything. Get your ass up and just do it.
Yeah, but yeah, the important thing though is like philosophically is a cost. Because if there is a cost to activity, well then yeah, maybe not doing it might be a good idea. But if there's no cost, well then guess what? The excuses you're making are just excuses.
Yeah, you're right. I've had Robert get mad at me multiple times. Robert knows why.
Why?
But so sometimes he wants me to hang out like at Southwestern. But I'm like, bro, it's too far. And then I don't go on the bus. My mom doesn't want to take me. I'm just like, just stay home. It's just excuses, pretty much. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I make a lot of excuses like daily, like in my mind. Do something. I don't feel like I'm too tired, stuff like that. But yeah.
Well, maybe today's the day to change. I mean, I always find it best to
start.
To literally make sure you don't do it tomorrow. You have to do it now.
Yeah.
Like really like living in the present, I think is extremely important. In a lot of things.
Do you think being sleep deprived, does sleep deprived like hurt your willpower like for the day?
It definitely could. That's why I fixed my circadian rhythm. I put that in check. Doing my technique.
You got up at 12 last night, right? Or 1?
Yeah, around 12. But I stayed up until 1:30 because I was calling a Korean person.
Is it a girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this someone of interest?
No, it was just a random person. But
interesting.
But yeah, anyways. No, I have a bunch of I just have a bunch of calls with random people. Like I literally go on the app, I go to the explore list, and I just test, hello, do you want to call? Next person, hello, do you want to call? Next person, hello, do you want to call? And then eventually I text like maybe 5 people, and then one person will, eventually respond.
Do you have video on and stuff?
Well, I could do, I did do video calls as well, but mostly it's just voice.
Hello talk, right?
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's literally what I do. I just do that. And then usually if I text like 10 people, within like 5 minutes, someone's going to respond, And then there you go. I just get a call and boom. It's usually pretty fun.
Who's the most interesting person you've met on Hello Talk?
Honestly, these days I haven't been really meeting a lot of like insightful people, mostly just entertaining talks.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember early on, I once met this Chinese guy who was talking about, because he was also majored in CS, and he was talking about how like what he did in college, and how it actually like changed my outlook on what I'm gonna do in the future. Right, because we were talking about like AI and the oversaturation of AI, and like other alternatives to what you could do. And so I really do love those conversations, but at the same time it's really hard to get those people, because first of all you have to that person you're talking to has to randomly match up with the things you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person also has to want to have a conversation about those things.
I think I do remember you talking about that to me.
Yeah.
Like cloud computing or something like that.
Yeah. But generally, I'm just looking to improve my question asking skills, and have a fun conversation. And recently, that's what's
Enjoy it.
and yeah.
Make everything enjoyable.
And so yeah, and then that's usually what I've been doing these days on Hello Talk, and it's been pretty good.
That's good.
But yeah, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, the message I wanted to end off with, if you're watching this video right now and you're thinking about doing something, do it right now.
Make your bed. Go do some jumping jacks or something.
Do
whatever you've been procrastinating on.
Do whatever you desire, as long as there's not a serious cost to it. All right, and with that, we'll end the podcast. Thank you, Jorge.